fears what it cannot see. But in secrecy, we are truly free. We weave our craft with guarded care.
All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about the shadow side of the sun. Now, most often when we think about the sun, we think about a very powerful star, a very powerful force that gives life or helps in bringing life to Earth and all of Earth's sentient beings. Very rarely do we talk about the sun in a negative way. And most of the times when we do talk about the sun in a negative way, it's only to talk about the UV rays and how too much sun can give some of us skin cancer. Very rarely have I heard someone talk about the shadow side of the sun. So when we think about the sun in our lives, we can easily think about like our zodiac sign and where the sun is in our natal chart, right? We think about it in that context, we can then have more of a concrete example of how the sun could have a shadow or a negative side. I'm gonna get into. All right, so this first image here is someone who is a workaholic, somebody who is constantly on the go, someone who constantly feel like they have to work in order to be successful, someone who has a very, very hard time going into the receiving mode, someone who literally just works through life and never really actually enjoys any of the pleasures of life. This is a person who, again, is a workaholic and is someone that is always in positive energy. And I don't mean positive energy in the sense of being a nice person. I mean positive energy in the sense of always pushing out energy. Just that's what positive is, to push out, to emit. To be negative is to be more receptive. So a person that is in this shadow work hard energy is someone that has a hard time being receptive. Now, I may have already said this, but if you think about the sun in our galaxy, it literally is surrounded by non-negative planets, and every day it has to get up and shine no matter what is around it. That's the sun's job. It cannot relax, it cannot take a back seat, it just has to shine. We have people like that on Earth who mirror that sun energy, someone who's always shining. On the shadow side of that shine could be someone who is not humble, someone who lacks humility. This is someone who, in a lot of ways, is very unevolved. You see a lot of religious people who are like this, people who think that they know and think that they are shining, but it's a very surface level thing. These people too are also selfish, even when they do get good acts. The good acts come from ego, not from heart. So now let's get into the king, honey. Then let's talk about the king. When you think about king energy, think about somebody that may be a little grouchy. More importantly, you think about a king's possession, the king owns. And a person is in their shadow energy, their sun shadow energy. This is a person that may have a lot and be able to give life to a lot of people, but it's done in a way where everything belongs to him. Everything belongs to that king energy. This is my land. This is my water. This is my. In all actuality, what the king lacks is an understanding that nothing actually belongs to you. We're all just borrowing, right? We're just borrowing from earth. Also, this energy is out of balance with the heart. It's all head, no heart.